Alright, I'm here now, once again, as is my want at a given time, occasionally, and I am starting up the game again. Let's probably check to see if this works. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Now time to see if the audio levels are okay. I think they are. I'm gonna put this a little bit down. There we go. Roger, hello, Sibga. Welcome. Welcome to this, the second round of me playing this game. Which, you know, incidentally, if by any chance you were watching me, I don't know if anyone around was, or is right now that was, but at the end of me playing the game last week, I said I was gonna take some time to grind off screen, and I ended up not doing it. Mostly because I couldn't set aside the time for it. So now you get to see me almost get killed repeatedly as I go through this part of the game, but you know, I figured if since I'm gonna go ahead and do that, since I don't wanna, you know, spend too much time just kinda grinding on stream. I think one of the things I should do at least is I try to move forward in an effort that may or may not be futile is just go back to the shop at the entrance and go get some potions, because those, you know, those have helped me out greatly in the past. I think they're kind of a necessity if you, like me, are audacious enough to play a new game normal on hard, as I picked to do. So let me try and figure out exactly how I'm gonna do that. Okay. Also, I should probably get my map of this thing, so that I remember which parts of it are already, well, or have items that I've already gotten and which ones don't. Alright. Also to try and figure out if there's you know, warp room nearby, because that would come in handy right about now. I think I know where there is one. What I'm not sure is how successful I would be in getting to it alive. I guess I can try it out though. It probably would be a big help if I succeeded. Oh. But in case you have, you know, I've just been talking for like 5 minutes and you just have no idea what's going on, this is Solva's Castle quest, in which, you know, can you imagine a world where you collect the souls of your fallen enemies and each one provides a different one that you can use to exploit for a different ability? Speaking of which, let me see if the bomber armor soul that I just got is going to be of much help. And I'm about to level up, apparently, so... Alright, apparently it is gonna be, but it costs a lot of magic. And let's use it against this guy here. Gotta remember that, you know, that big kind of a flash of light thing that appears in this room as we come in. Just say it'd be a good thing to remember that. It only shows up in a couple of the rooms in this game, and it does have a significance. By the way, what am I wearing? Like, skull necklace, everything. Right, I got the everything because it's one of the best armors in the game, and pretty much went on an almost suicide mission to get it, with the idea that it would help me out in not dying, and I think it is doing that to a certain extent. To a certain extent. And then there are some parts that just cannot be helped. Right, well, at least it's gotten to the point where these mermen, pretty much all of them, just only do 1 damage. Since they are among the... Should have used this. Oh, it's too late now. Among the weakest enemies found, or earliest enemies found in the game, and therefore some of the weakest, but She might have divined the same cannot be said for other stuff in this area. Also, I got the slime soul, which I'm pretty sure I want to keep, you know, much like every other soul that I collect, but... flying armor, I think, might be good here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, because my current mission is getting to the top left exit of this room, and... to do that, I need to get on this platform without getting killed. Something that's not facilitated by the big guy that just showed up. Or the fact that I can't exactly get on the platform that leads me there. Oh god. Or the infinite, you know, onslaught of Medusa heads that turn me to stone instantly if they touch me, and also do damage, which is a little bit unbalanced, I find, when these Medusa heads, which are, you know, to be fair, a very common thing in Castlevania. It's kind of a... I don't know, kind of a given that the golden ones are gonna turn you to stone, but can't think of very many examples where they damage you considerably as they do so. You'd think that just the effect would be bad enough. Alright. Well, then again, I guess I'm asking for it because I'm playing on hard. Alright, well, I made it this far, I guess. See if I can get to the shop, and ideally to a save point also, before I completely give out. Alright. I should have enough money for some stuff at least. Do you know Ardicado? That weird fella friend of yours too, you're more popular than I thought. Don't much like people like that. Alright then. I don't like you, how can I help you? That's basically what he just said. I just get normal potions, I guess. Get, I don't know, 7. Don't know if there's any other weapons that... Well, the Warhammer, okay, this is new. This was not available the last time I dropped by. That's 93. Artisan, I'm pretty sure I have one of those, yeah. Graham has 86. Ascalon costs a whole bunch, but it's one of the most powerful swords I can get right now, it seems. I think I'll get the Warhammer for now. I think we'll get the... Oh, Crimson Cloak is kind of a... good and doesn't cost all that much. And here's the main thing that we need to pay attention to if we're ever gonna get something from the shop. This thing, the Soul Eater ring, which I do want because you pretty much need it for farming souls, which is what I pretty much will be devoting myself to doing after a certain point. But you can see how much it costs. There are some things you can do to alleviate that, but they're not quite available to us yet, so I think, yeah, I'm gonna get the hammer. And there is a technique for grinding money that I think will be available to me before too long, with any luck. I might actually take a little time to grind specifically for that purpose. Alright, and the hammer does have the swinging arc kind of motion, so it's a little more reach than the straight sword does, even though it is... I think it's lower and it doesn't interrupt when you land, which is kind of a shame, but I think it's a good trade-off for now. You know what, funnily enough, I think this is like the only Castlevania game where you have weapons that swing in an arc like this and they don't cancel out when you land. If you start swinging them when you're in the air. Pretty sure all of the DS games have weapons like those too, and those do cancel out, but... So let's save. Get a couple of extra souls, which is never a bad thing, and let's get right back in the fray of getting down into the underground waterway. Which I guess could approach from a different direction, but I don't think I'm going to right now, because pretty sure the last time I tried that I died, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that far off from the state I'm in right now. And there is something very, very special that I am searching for that you can access by going through the underground waterway, so that with any luck should make my life a lot easier when it comes to not dying. So let's go back to this room. This time we ignore everything and go to... Actually, where do we go? I forget. We go to the... Well, I guess this... No, wait. Oh, we do go up there. Hang on. This has to be a place that we've already been to, and... Oh, wow. I'm already going to die. I just go ahead and nope out of this right now, because... I'm pretty sure I could have avoided all that, and didn't really contribute to... Oh, this. Yeah, no, I'm not going that way yet. Not until I have the thing I'm looking for, at least. No, speaking of those... These weapons that swing in an arc like this and have a lot of attack power. The weapon I'm going after right now is like that as well. Oh, it's that light again. So here's another room. So the couple of rooms that we found so far where it does show up are pretty close by. That's good to know. Oh shit. Hang on, hang on. Let me try to do this, see how that helps. Oh, it didn't hit at all. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna die. I don't know, unless I manage to avoid both these slimes and the Skarmers. I'm pretty sure they're between me and the nearest save point right now. There's one of them now. Nope, never mind. Oh, and the golem, so I probably would have died anyway. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I have this. Hang on, I forgot about this. But then I remembered. Where's the thing that I made? There it is. Might as well put that back up, since it's definitely gonna be relevant. Alright. At least I did save after coming back here. And I think this is a better save point to start my little quest from anyway, because the route I'm trying to follow wouldn't really benefit from also passing through the save point that's down in the waterway and the room that I teleport to. So this is probably a better idea anyway. So I need to stay on the upper part here. It was dumb of me to even jump down to start with. Because we need to stay up here, because this is where we gotta go. Oh, you know what? I might switch to my other sword that I had, because the thing about this hammer that I have now, it doesn't have the holy element like I'm pretty sure this one does, so... Oh wow, that actually works really well against these dryads, which is good because they can kill me dead if I'm not careful. So yeah, I guess I'm getting pretty lucky as far as some of the stuff that's going on, so... Let's do this again. You know, you can actually get a hint for what you're supposed to do here, which is walk in water and get the... I sure hope I have enough magic to do this, because I need one of 3 souls to get through here. It can be either Curly, which is the one I have, which I think it's this symbol over here. It can be either Manticore or the Devil. I think this one's Manticore, and then the other one's past the waterfall, so it's kind of a... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a Devil. You can barely even see it if you don't already go to the other side, but... Well, I sure hope this is enough MP, because here I go. Oh, didn't quite make it. Oh boy. Alright, then let me grind the heart that comes out of this thing, I guess. Until I do have enough MP to actually get through. Alright, one more should be enough. So by the way, there's a game that just released on Steam called Cook Serve Delicious 2, which is a sequel to another game called Cook Serve Delicious, you might, you know, have guessed from the name, but apparently it released just like about an hour ago, and I'm probably gonna get it soon, because I really like the game that it's a sequel to, as well as the games that were the predecessors for that game. And it's not really that expensive, so... Something I haven't done yet, though, that I did want to do is get the, how do you call it, get all the New Game Plus completion stuff for Quick Delicious 1. Which I had started on, but I only got like a third done with it, I think. But anyway, let's see if we can survive the Forbidden Area this time. Modman Soul. Which is pretty good, I'm pretty sure, since this is the only place in the game where the Modman appear, so... Oh boy, oh hey, I think this soul, which I can't use right now because I don't have enough MP, is gonna help me against this enemy though. I'm guessing fire element. Oh wow. Yeah, I can't throw it yet. Guess I'll wait. I won't reset the room this time though, because... Oh boy, I forgot it did that. And it does it both in two directions. Alright. How much health could it possibly have? I sure hope I'm going the right way, because if not, then I just throw away half my life for nothing, alright. You know, I can check that right now. Let me see. Yes, I'm almost there, actually. It's pretty much only one way. If I keep going like this... Oh gosh, okay. Let me try jumping over this one. Oh god, there's two, alright. At least they kind of take a while doing their animation thing. To start up between when they actually notice you and they start attacking, but alright. Is this the place? No. Or maybe it is, I don't know. But we got a cave with a abandoned ship here, it seems. And very, very close by is a very special implement that I'm trying to locate, because it's one of the best things you can get in this game. Ow. And it'll probably help me kill enemies dead a lot faster if I can find it. Also, I think this, you know, this whole thing with the ship in the cavern is kind of a followed up in another Castlevania game. Ah. Okay, they die in one hit. I think that there is another section that's kind of like this in another game that I feel might be a reference to this one, since the aesthetics between the two are pretty similar. So does the bomb work underwater? It does, alright. How does physics? Ah. I was so sure I was gonna get hit there. Alright, here we go. And behind this wall lies the Claim Soleil's, aka potentially the best fucking sword you can get in this game. Unless, you know, ironically enough, like me, you're playing on hard, in which case there is technically one weapon that is stronger that I will get eventually, but I can't get it yet, I don't think, but... Yeah, now that I have this, which has way better stats, and also has the holy element, which a lot of the enemies have a weakness to, I think my life's gonna be a lot easier. Oh god. Boy. I don't think we've seen these Cagnasso guys yet before now, and yet we killed them dead in 2 hits. It's a pretty good sign, I think. And, oh, Fire Demon. Or Flame Demon, excuse me. Ooh. Flame Demon, and the very first one we found already gave us its soul, which is a pretty good thing, since, well, for, oh god. A very special, oh, it didn't die, hang on. Let me chug a couple of potions. Sure wouldn't want to die at this point. Oh, okay. You're not dead. Now you're dead. Alright, I'll just move like this now. See, because that shit's gonna happen and pop up. And I would not be very pleased if I were to die at this stage. Ooh, okay. But there is one more thing, well, 2 more things technically that we need from this far end of things. Alright, good. Oh, shit. Alright, chest full of rippers. At least we can kill them dead in 1 hit with the new giant sword that we have. Hey, Alex. Oh yeah, this is like the only place, the only one of 2 places in the game where this happens. You see this money? It's not money, it's a mimic. There are only 2 mimics in existence in this game. It's this one and one that appears in a room that looks exactly like this one somewhere else. And there's something that I want from the mimic, so I am not willing to leave without it. You may have already guessed what it is, because we've gotten similar stuff from some of the other enemies that are around here. Oh, and I'm leveling up, which helps, you know. How much experience does it give? Let me see, 6, 3, 6, 4, 2, 6, 1. It gives 200 experience. It could be better, but could be worse. Also, I'm doing alright. Alex, I'm actually kind of considering changing up my streaming thing a little, because I'm busy with, you know, I started this when I was, I had a ton of time off in summer, and then went back to uni. We're doing seminars now, which pretty much means I'm busy all day, Monday and Thursday, then I'm busy on afternoon on Tuesday, but the rest of the week I have mostly off, but I don't really want to spend too much, well, technically the days that I, you know, counting the Dark Souls or just co-op streams that I do on Friday and Saturday, which typically I only do those streams during that day. I still have, you know, today, Wednesday and Sunday left off, but I don't really want to stream too much during those days either, because I gotta wake up early on Monday and Thursday, so what I've been thinking of doing is like doing still doing stuff on Wednesdays like I'm doing now, but like not doing it for terribly long like I kind of did during my break time, and maybe doing like an after or an extended version of the streams I do on Friday and Saturday, where I do the co-op thing, and then after that I do some Castlevania for a little while. Because honestly, that's how I used to do it for like years. Pretty much only really have time off during the weekend, so I only streamed on Friday and Saturday. So I figured it would be a good idea to... Oh, this is not working. I already got another level. Or at least I get to completely not concentrate on the game and just know what I'm talking about. And yeah, there's colored stuff. So yeah, that might... Basically what I just took a long time to say is that I might do some more of this Castlevania stuff on the weekends, in addition to the co-op streams that I do. But yeah, still 9 more games. Yep, it started at the start of July, I'm pretty sure. I remember I wanted to do the NES trilogy before the Netflix anime premiered. Oh hey, we got it. We got the Mimic Soul, which is what I was trying to get. It increases money as damage is incurred, which I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% sure on this from memory, but I'm pretty sure what that means is you can get an amount of money equal to the amount of damage that you receive. So what that means is that you can go to one of the save points in the clock tower, and that's right next to a pit of spikes, and just throw yourself in the spikes and take hundreds of damage, and then heal yourself to save. And keep doing it over and over until you have thousands of money, which I'm pretty sure I will be doing eventually, but for now I guess we can leave. Yes, we got the stuff, we got, you know, speaking of money, we got another sword in that room called the Joyous. Joyous, I don't know how you pronounce it. I would assume Joyous, because that's what it's spelled like. I think it's a sword made out of gold, and I think it also increases the amount of money you get from killing stuff. How many potions do I have left? 3, wow. Well, I'm gonna need money soon, evidently. Oh shit, I forgot about that guy. I'm going to school, I'm studying, oh shit, I also forgot about those guys. I'm studying modern English language and literature, but keep in mind that where I live, we don't speak English as a primary language, and what that means for me is that I'm basically specializing in translation. So that's what I'm doing with mine own self. And as part of that, I guess, I've been done a couple of volunteer things at like cultural events, where I basically translate for some people. And for one of them, I actually got a ticket. That was my kind of symbolic payment. I got a ticket for an event we had here in the city where Roger Waters came to present a film that he was the narrator for. It's a documentary. So that was a thing. Did I teach myself how to speak English? It's kind of a mix, I would say, because I did studies English at school since I was very little, since I was like 5. But it definitely helped that I played a lot of video games and looked at internet stuff since I was very little also. And that doesn't get translated, or didn't start getting translated as a regular thing here in North America at least, until I was like already in my late teens, so. Alright, so I should probably figure out where I'm going, because let me see. If I take the route up that's in the next room here, where do I end up? Do I end up or... Okay, we end up in the study. I probably should have gone there before. Okay, let's see if we can take care of this business here without getting killed. Because I think we're out of potions. I don't know. Oh, I wasn't sure if that was gonna hit. Maybe it only hit because the enemy came out of the shield at the last moment. Or maybe it pierced through, I don't know. So let's see if we can make it up here. I sure hope we can. We should be able to. I think we can slide, so that's not an issue. And yeah, there we go. It's a one-way thing, but it's from this side, so that helps. Yeah, boy. Found the Ancient Book 1, which are actually hints for how to properly complete the game. But I'm gonna go ahead and pretend I don't, I haven't known about that for... Oh god, when did I play this game for the first time? I don't even know. I was in like middle school. Must have been like... I don't know if it was 10 years ago, but nearly 10 years ago now, but... Let's pretend I don't know everything about this game already and just ignore the fact that we have the Ancient Book with us for now. Okay, now here's a dilemma. Let me see, did I miss any items here in the study? I should probably mark the stuff that I'm collecting too. Like I'm forgetting to do. Alright, I got this. I got this. I made it through here. I got this. There's a thing that I... Alright, yeah, I did get this. I was gonna say, like... Did I miss the heart pendant? But no, I didn't. So I think I'm gonna take the time to go back through the study, because the alternative is going back through the caverns, and I don't trust myself to survive very well if I do that right now, which might be a bit of a problem since that's where I have to go next, but might as well get some of the extra scratch experience we can get by going through here. Shouldn't take very long at least. And I remember the trouble I used to have with these enemies before. I think that's something that a lot of people could say after they get the claim solace. It's like, I remember the trouble I used to have in this game before I got this giant sword with the holy thing. But now, because of this, all my problems are over. Cool now. But the funny thing is, like I mentioned, there's apparently one weapon that's stronger, but I've never actually used it because I've never actually bothered to play through this game on New Game Not Plus on hard mode, which I think you can still get it on New Game Plus or any game mode that, assuming you play on hard, but I have not actually done that. I'm pretty sure there's a couple more areas I gotta clear before I get the ability I need to even grab it though. So let's see if I can do that today. Am I gonna do Julius mode? I don't think I am in this game, but I'm probably gonna do it in Dawn of Sorrow, because of how different it is in that one. And the fact that it's kind of its own separate, what do you call it, kind of separate entity, story. And, you get to fight a new boss that you only fight in that mode, if you make it to the end. So yeah, I'm probably gonna skip it in this one, but I'll be playing it for Dawn for sure. One thing I'm gonna tell you is that I can't wait to see what the Julius fight is gonna be like on hard. There's something I've never done. Right. Oh yeah, I didn't take off the thing that gives me strength in the equipment thing. Oh, you know what, I'll keep wearing it. You don't really need the extra defense for this part. We have reached... Okay, we have gotten to the top of this room, and we need to right now to get to the warp room. Alright, now... I think what I'm gonna do actually is take the alternative route into the waterway that I ignored before, or that I died in before and ignored subsequently. And see how that goes now that I have this giant sword. Now that I've gotta admit, one of the things I've been thinking about now that I have a tighter schedule and I can only do this in more kind of a shorter bursts as opposed to kind of crazy do it all the time thing that I was doing, allow some break. Kind of wondering if I'm gonna be able to finish this marathon before, like I would assume so, because the games that after this one aren't too long, but if I'm gonna be able to finish this marathon before Bloodstain comes out. Something tells me yes, both for the reason I just mentioned and because it's not exactly clear when that's gonna come out. And right now they were saying, last I heard, the projected date was Q1 2018. Can't make it up there yet, or maybe I can, hang on. If I do this... There we go. If I get the Jesus power, I can do it. I can pretend to do it, but then these fuckers get in the way, alright. Elfin robe. And now we do the opposite, we get the reverse Jesus power, where we, instead of walking in water, we sink in it. But we don't have to worry about breathing, that's never addressed. Actually, it's like, hey, you can go underwater now, but what if I need to breathe? Oh, don't worry about that. Okay, this is the way I went before. The question is, do I want to go this way now? Hang on. There's one specific route I want to follow if I want to actually make progress Where am I right now? I'm there, okay. Oh hey, hang on a minute, if I keep going down here... You know, you'll excuse me if I'm consulting the map, but... I think it's kind of justified by the fact that well... I'm already deeply familiar with this game, and I picked hard mode. That's also a thing, but here we go. You know, if I had found this before, it probably would have been a lot less painful. Alright, now we can explore with more relaxation, less trouble. Believing or trying to imagine that we will be able to survive. Oh yeah, I think this game actually, I guess I could mention this now, kind of a bit of trivia. This game started this kind of a pattern with some of the enemies being these flying demons that are named after Malebranche demons from Dante's Divine Comedy, Inferno. The ones in this game are, well, the first one that you saw, there's Cagnazzo, that's like the weakest one. The one that shows up the earliest, but there are 2 more in this game, and then there are 3 more in Dawn of Sorrow, which is the sequel to this game. And the ones in, I guess I could mention this too, the ones in Dawn of Sorrow are all spelled correctly, but there's at least one in this game that's not quite transliterated right, because, you know, it goes from... If you think about it, it goes from from Italian to Japanese to English. So it's kind of understandable that if someone who's translating isn't familiar with the reference, they might flub it up a little, and they do in at least one of the... They do it in 2 cases. I just remembered what the differences are. The only one of these names that's spelled correctly is Cagnazzo that we just saw, and I'm not sure how they caught that one, but they didn't get the other 2 quite right. But we'll wait until the big reveal of when we actually see them, which I'm sure you're hyped for now. Oh boy. There's Mana Prism, and I don't know if you saw it, but that flash of light that goes through the screen sometimes is in this room too. There it goes. Alright, guess I better go back up. It's kind of funny because, if you remember, Final Fantasy IV did the same thing with the 4 Fiends, where I think only 2 of them were spelled right, or... Actually, only 2 of them were spelled right, I think. No, they weren't. I'm misremembering, because they were spelled right in later releases, but in the first Super Nintendo translation they were not. I think only one of them was spelled right, and that was Rubicante. But in that game, if I recall, Scarmiglione, mostly because they couldn't actually fit the whole name on the old SNES thing, was Mylon Z, or Mylon Z, depending on how you say that. And the second one, Cagnazzo, was Kainazzo with a K. And then the third one, which was Barbaritia, was Valvalis with a V, as in vampire. So old habits die hard, I guess. Super Potion, probably never gonna use you unless... I think if there's one place in the game of what's left of the game right now that I would justify using the Super Potion, it would have to be the Julius fights. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I had some troubles with this room before, mostly because I didn't have my giant sword. Have I told you how much I love my giant sword? It has such a big AoE and it kills everything dead. You know, the days without it are a distant memory now. Did I miss something over there? I feel like I missed something over there. Like there was a platform with one of these stone walls separating two halves of it, and then I only saw the left half. And there's... Pretty sure I haven't checked out what's over here yet in this timeline anyway. It's just this guy. I guess it was. Never mind. So I got the experience that counts from killing him, I guess. You know, something tells me I should have some... I should have some more levels than I do right now by the time I get to this point, but... Oh. Apparently I don't, right. What is that? Am I just going in a... I am going in a circle, what the fuck? Oh, okay, never mind. I think there's only one way forward, and... Unfortunately, I think it does require me to go through the part I didn't want to go through, so let's go. Well, things should be easier now that I have this big sword, but... Unfortunately, it still takes 3 hits to kill the slimes. And at least I do have the slime soul already, so don't have to worry about that terribly much. But the bomber armors, they die in 2 hits. They used to take 5 with my, you know, the strongest sword that I had before this one. Which also had the holy element, as you might recall. The one that I ended up killing Death with. I think Death might actually be one of the hardest parts of this. I can think of 2, you know, things being the hardest part of this game if you play on hard. One of them being the death fight, because assuming it's not New Game Plus, you definitely don't have access to this big sword yet, and the second being the Julius fight. Because even with this big sword, well, it might be easier on hard actually, because the other weapon that I'm thinking of that's ostensibly stronger than this one isn't Holy Element, but yeah, Julius is resistant against Holy Element. It might be surprising, or not, if you know anything about him. Oh, I can hit him in the head. I didn't realize that. That's actually less risky than just whacking his feet. Did you know I do not like disc armors in this incarnation or the Symphony of the Night incarnation or the Dawn of Sorrow incarnation. I'm begrudgingly okay with the Harmony of Dissonance incarnation though, because that one's not so difficult. Please don't make it okay. Finally I can make it through this room without having a guaranteed hit by the Mandragora guy. What a concept. Alright, let's go this way. We have to go this way as a matter of fact, because if we go any other way, we won't actually... fuck. We should actually be able to progress. Well, it's either this way or the right. The way that's on the right. I don't know. I assume it's this way though. I think the way on the right leads to a different armor that's kind of obsolete now that I have the Eversing. Actually, I'm actually not sure if there are any stronger armors than the Eversing in this game. I'm gonna go ahead and unequip this now, since I don't really need the extra luck on top of the, or not on top of, but over the defense anymore. It's more sensible to have the higher defense. Oh yeah, something else I like about this sword is that it does cancel out when you hit the ground. Unlike some of the other weapons that swing in an arc like this. It's the best deal possible. Oh boy, what is this? It's our good friend Graham, and he's got a bloody knife that he just pulled out of Yoko. And there he goes. Apparently we rescued her when we just kind of caught her on the ground there after she'd already been stabbed. Yes, absorbed this castle's power and gotten much stronger. Her plan has failed. She's just unconscious. She's still breathing. Well, not for much longer. Well, here comes this guy. Mysterious stranger that I've definitely never met before and who is apparently vibrating in a weird way over behind his portrait there. Oh, but he stopped. Yoko's in bad shape. Apparently he'll see to her wounds, but Sama has to go. There are other things you need to do. What's in the throne? You must go there yourself, and if you don't, you will lose Mina and Yoko as well. You don't like your attitude, but I don't think you're lying. Feel as if I'm being manipulated. I don't like it, but I'll do as you say, you know. It's okay, as long as you acknowledge it, right? But if you ever escape from this castle alive, I want to know everything. Alrighty then. Now he will not speak to me anymore. Maybe I shouldn't have gone that way. Okay, we have to go that way, I'm pretty sure, since, you know, you have to trigger that cutscene. It's kind of mandatory, but now that makes me wonder what's down here. What if I say no, I don't want to go there yet, and I want to go this way instead? Actually, I think what is down here is the underground cemetery. Yeah, so we could have done a whole other thing without even triggering that cutscene. But I missed it because I am... Oh. I am hasty. Also, there's Bifron, who had a different name in Symphony. It was called Lossoth, I think. I think Bifrons is another demon from the Ars Goetia, which, you know, these games have a lot of references to with the enemies. Well, it's called Bifron here with PH, but I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be spelled Bifrons with an S at the end and with an F. Also, these mysterious pale figures emerge from the background and head in a certain direction. That's behind a boss door, apparently. Have we ever seen anything like them in the past, I wonder? A lot of naked, chalk-white people converging in a certain place. Okay, one of these should lead to a save room, yes. It's pretty fitting since there's a boss door right down there, but which I think we will be going to right now. But by right now I mean after I clear out this area, see what's in it. Notice too how these white dudes don't interact with us at all, and they're in the background apparently, so we can't do anything to them either. But that'll be changing soon enough, I assure you. You know, this word Jaguar, I was gonna say, you know what they remind me of, but then I realized they're definitely, like, direct reference to the enemies in Circle of the Moon that kind of move the same way. There are these, well, they get the same kind of design, but their features aren't as clearly defined. And they attack the same way. They, like, move back and forth very spastically, and then they suddenly rush forward to punch you and then jump back. But anyway, let's see what we got in here. Another boss encounter with a crazy spinning background, and it's her old buddy. Big Bola Buddy's Legion, who now has, you know, if you look at it closely, it kind of has a face now. It's got a couple of red eyes in its front, and kind of like an arm where it's floating around. It kind of looks like it's in a fetal position. It's got that kind of construction. Big bowl of corpses, everyone's favorite. I know I will absolutely love him in every game that he's gonna be in after this, especially I'm thinking of one in particular. It'll be a completely pleasant experience and not a pain in the ass at all. But there's actually a specific kind of a thing you have to do during this fight, which I'm quite glad that I got this sword for this, because even with it, it's taking quite a beating before anything happens. What game am I referring to? If you must know, it's Curse of Darkness, but well, there is Nucleus, and kind of a funny thing about this fight. As you might imagine, Legion is in fact a unique boss enemy, so you are supposed to get its soul when you beat it, but if you kill the core here without having broken off all the pieces of the shell, you don't get the soul, so you gotta be careful about that. Oh. Oh, and it was kind of doing an attack where it kind of bounces around, but didn't quite last that long. And its core is apparently a little actual floating fetus thing that looks kind of like the... Looks kind of like the form that its outer shell had, but anyway, that was the boss. It's actually kind of easy compared to how it is in some of the other games. Especially Symphony if you're not prepared for it. Well, I thought the Legion incarnations that were in the Harmony of the Sonnets were also pretty easy. But let's see what we get for coming this far. Into these terrible catacombs that we could have avoided. We get this. It's the Galamoth soul. Galamoth, who, as you might recall, was the... Well, here's further proof that Kid Dracula is canon, because Galamoth was the villain of Kid Dracula, and he was also a boss in Symphony, in the reverse catacombs, and he can recognize places in which time has been stopped, which harkens back to one specific room we've seen in the game. Which is kind of a puzzle at the time. Oh yeah, this is all technically optional if you're just trying to get any ending, let's put it that way. But if you want to make a more thorough approach at how the game's gonna end, you do need to get this. And you know, believe me, that will not even be the last reference to Galamoth in any of these games. But we got the gold ring, which I'm quite glad that we did, because it's another ring that I'm pretty sure increases the amount of gold you get. Enemies, it actually tells you outright, unlike the Joyous. Makes enemies leave behind more money when you wear this ring. Of course, now that we have the Mimic Soul, I don't even know if we're gonna be using that much. Then again, I don't know if like the Mimic Soul's effect is affected by the gold ring or not. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. So let me go ahead and save again. Pretty sure I completely explored this underground cemetery part. Let me consult the map just to make sure. Yes, I got the bag of money, I got the gold ring, and I got the soul, so let me go ahead and add potion too. Go ahead and mark all of that off in my map of stuff, and apparently there's something that I'm gonna want to get when I'm on my way out of here. That's... oh, hey, wait. Do these things exist in this room before? I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. And the Rippers, I mean... oh, I don't know if you existed in here before, actually. The more these enemies spawn after you beat the boss. Well, I got the Alraun, or Aluraun, as they call her here. Oh, restores health, is that what that does? Alright, I could have used this before. I'd still be able to use that, actually. Pretty sure that does... so that comes in handy if you're terrible at, you know, conserving your health like I am sometimes. Basically, you stand still and you get like 5 health every second. Until your mana runs out, but then you can just stand still to recover more mana, and also... there's a breakable wall. And behind it is pudding, alright. Pretty fancy pudding, but still just pudding. And now we go on to the lower left corner of the castle to find another area that we need to visit to get some abilities and stuff to advance the story. I think it's one of the last places we have to go to actually before we're pretty much at the end game. I don't think I'm gonna finish this, the whole game tonight. So I don't want to spend that much time streaming it right now, and gonna be streaming it more on the weekend probably. And there's also the fact that I want to get 100% souls, and that's probably gonna take a little while at least. Pretty sure I could get 100% items too, since I'm playing on hard, but not so sure if that's even gonna be worth it. There we go, the arena. Bit of a throwback aesthetically to the Colosseum from Symphony, though. It's also quite different in some of the other aspects. And here's one of the enemies that yields one of the best souls in the game, the Killer Mantle, even though it might not look it. And rather than being music that kind of builds up and then turns into a jazzy thing, it's pretty upbeat from the beginning. It's actually one of my favorite tracks in the series that got one of the kind of that feeling. It's kind of upbeat and does not stop. There we go. Oh, got the Killer Mantle Soul, which lets you swap the HP and MP of the enemies. Which might, if you're not familiar with how that works in this game, it might be like a what ability, but let's just say that it can make a lot of the enemies a lot easier, depending on which ones they are. Pretty sure the Beam Skeletons, which were called Nova Skeletons in Symphony, still hurt a lot, so let's try not to get hit by them. Also, here's the second of the flying demons. Skull Million, which is a bad transliteration of Scarmiglione. Or Scarmiglione, depending on how you want to say it, I guess. Pretty sure there's a correct way how. Pretty sure that's Scarmiglione, but I guess you would say Skull Millione if you wanted to be kind of correctish in spite of the bad transliteration. Oh boy. Let's see. I want to get to the nearest save room, which I think it's this way. Yes, it is. Okay. But there's a warp room right nearby that I just left behind. I'm wondering if it would be wiser to just make use of that for now. Gonna play it safe with the chariot here. I think that enemy is actually called Gladiator, but it's just a chariot. Oh boy, it's War Tiger, whereas the one we fought in the catacombs was War Jaguar, as you might recall. Definitely a distinction to be made there. Also, you might have just seen how the Killer Mantle actually attacks if it catches you off guard, like it almost did me. Alright, I think there's another one down here, yeah, which kind of inconvenient placement considering that the save room's right here. But, well, might be convenient if you're farming it, like I thought I was gonna have to, but if not, then it's just kind of in your way. Also, well, I gotta admit, this might be because I'm playing on hard, but I have a lot more health right now than I thought I would at this point, at this level. And if we go over here, I think this is the way to the boss actually, but well, it's not that way because these doors do look different to how the boss doors look. I think if we keep going down though, we will find the boss door, but we're not going there quite yet because we want to check what the other doors do. And here's also the elevator, which I'm pretty sure is also a throwback to the elevators in, I can't remember if there was more than one, but the elevator in the Colosseum in Symphony that you unlock after beating the boss. Oh yeah. Here's the third demon. It's Lubicant, which is the bad transliteration of Rubicantria, and here's some statues in the background that absolutely wreck you if you try to get anywhere near them. or their feet, their free foot and hand, I guess. I think you might notice about these flying demons, by the way, is that the kind of higher tier they are, the more aggressively they track your movement and dive down and home in on where you are. With Ludicant being the worst of them in that regard. And here is the typical wrecking ball that, fortunately, it seems we're gonna have to leave this room to get whatever's up ahead, which probably means I'm gonna get destroyed by the enemies when I'm on my way back. Oh well, let's dare to believe that. There we go, I can somehow make it. Could have gotten wrecked by that, but managed to avoid it. Here's Ulrix's suit, and reference to, you know, the enemy from Symphony. It's pretty good in every respect except defense, where it's outclassed by the Eversing, so we'll keep that off for now. So yeah, the continuity references are strong with this game. Alright, well, there's another one over there. I'm gonna lure it over here. Could you come over here, please? There. Oh well. Ugh. Shit. See, they fake you out like that. Now if I get hit one more time, I'm gonna die. I don't know. I kinda wanna use the bomb thing that I have, but I don't even know if it's gonna hit. I guess I could try this out. I don't know if they have any MP. I have a lot of MP though, compared to right now. Nope. I don't think that worked out as well as I was expecting. Apparently I do have some MP. Oh, and I'm dead. Alright. Alright, I was expecting that. So let's update the old number up here. It's probably the most times I've died while playing this game ever. And try that again, this time with less death. You know, at least I didn't, like... Oh, fuck. Well, that's a good start. At least I didn't get one of their souls to drop and then get terribly upset because I didn't make it back. And managed to save, which means I would have had to regrind their soul. Alright. Let's try this one more time, shall we? There. And you know, the other rooms like this are not really any better. Just kind of cowering on the floor here. I thought I was gonna kill it. Alright. Might just like try to run by all of them when I'm on the way back. I don't know if that would really work out all that great though. Oh, I almost got hit by that. I don't know how I didn't. Also, I just realized there really aren't that many of them, so maybe I was being paranoid. Time, but don't actually equip it. Do get hit by that though, which I didn't before. Oh, I can just jump over it. Alright, just jump. As long as I manage to make it to a little kind of nook between the statues that each one of these dudes is in. Should be alright. And I do remember there are two of them together near the exits. So, oh, I guess that was one of them that I just killed. And the other one aggroes on you for no reason. Right, let's go back and save. Which I think you'll agree is definitely the prudent course of action right now. Damn it. Right, right. And I just leveled up, which means I'm not even at full health. Alright. Well, let it slide right now. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Oh, shit. Right, later, Alex. As you can see, you might be able to divine. About to get destroyed in a spiky room with conveyor belts and Medusa heads, but... alright. Oh, then we can step on the switch that makes them the belts change direction, I guess. I don't know how that helps, but alright. Oh, okay, I managed to kill one. Oh, shit. Okay. I only vaguely remember this room existing. I think I blocked it out of my memory. And of course we have to move past it, so the fucking flying Valkyries are gonna be there when we get back. But hey, we get a gun. What a rarity that is in Castlevania. I think it's better of the 2 guns that exist in this game too, that we can only get... Oh god, I'm dead, yep. We can only get if we play on hard. I'm kinda wondering if there's like a way to... There's an armor like in Symphony and some of the other ones that protects you from being petrified. I'd be very happy if A, that exists, and B, I have that. Armor or an accessory or anything really. Maybe it's a soul that does it in this one. Let me check. Oops. I don't think I have anything here. What about this? Made of leather, steel, silk, army jacket, clothing woven by an elf. Guaranteed to last forever. Hammered copper. Normal casual clothes. Nope. What about souls? I have anything that could help. You know, that it probably exists, but I probably don't have it right now. Which sucks. I might just leave that for later, actually. I don't know. Flag normal, pretty sure that's not... I don't know how that works. There's a bunch of souls in that I never used ever when playing this game. Collect souls. I should probably equip this, you know, regardless, but... no, I don't have anything, but I'll just change my souls to one that increases my stats more, so let me go ahead and save again. Oh, that was close. Probably should have killed that thing and then saved, because I just remember I leveled up after killing it. Alright, let's try this one more time, shall we? Damn it. It almost worked. Alright. Bye. Damn it. Well, the sword cancelling out actually hurt me that time. Hadn't I would have gotten that thing, but... alas, that was not the case. I do not like this room. It is full of horrors, and I am resigned to not surviving it anymore. I'm dead. Yeah. Oh wow, that hit me more? That did like twice as much damage as it did before, why? I mean, I was dead regardless, but why did that happen? Also, hang on a minute. Oh boy. Let me load back in. There's a thing I need to look at in the background here real quick. Let me kill the thing. I got... Let's go in this room so I can level up and then I'll save again. And give me just a second. And put a thing real quick, if I can remember what thing I needed to have open for that was. Excuse me, technical difficulties real quick. Check up here. Come on, I'm on the timer here. It's imaginary and arbitrary, but still. Come on. Come on. Admittedly, this is taking longer than expected. Oh, there it is. Okay. And there we go. Alright. Alright, now let's try this again. Let's watch me die in this room again, and as I'm paying attention because I'm minimizing a thing and didn't even restore my health. Alright. I don't have any, like, potions left, do I? I have high potion, but I don't really want to use it for that room, you know. Feels like I should be able to do it without resorting to that. Oh, here we go again. Alright, I managed to kill the first one of those smoothly enough. It definitely does not help when these fuckers start coming from both directions. And okay, this guy's gonna show up that I wish had. Oh my god, really? Okay, whatever. I wish had shown up. Come on, I'm waiting for you. Okay, it doesn't show up in this one, I guess, but the next one. And I can't even get there now. Alright. Jump up, stay up. So how many hits does he take to kill with this big sword? 3, okay. Okay, taking it easy here. Oof, and there's another one of these that's gonna put a dent in me, but at least I didn't fall into spikes. Alright, I made it this far, and I have not lost half my health yet. That bodes well. I don't know if it's gonna excuse me, but okay, get the stuff. And see how, like, okay, well, she gets aggroed immediately upon you spawning in the room, and then that happens. You can't really see her coming because she's on the other side. Okay, I would like to run away now, but I don't think I'm gonna. Okay, you know, his smack hurts you way less than the spikes do. Oh, what? Oh, god. Okay, try to run past the last one. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. The hit I got from Buddy right there saved me, but then that happened. Okay, if we can replicate that with less dying at the end, that will be great. So she doesn't aggro immediately, but very, very soon she will not make it to the first platform without her aggroing. I mean, I wish fucker all the way on the left would have despawned, but apparently not. I can't jump anymore. I'm not gonna make it. I'm already resigned to that. You know what? Go ahead and quit out on this now. Why are you all appearing there? You know, especially when... Can you imagine if I had actually made it and then that happened at the end? Like, they all crowd around the fucking exit door. Let's try this one more time. And I really don't want to have to use a potion or anything like that to get past that room. Might just go... You know what, let me bypass that room for now. Let me just take a quick look at what the... Yeah, fuck it, what the one at the bottom looks like. If it's the one I think it is, which I only really remember one of these because I think it's the least painful one of them all. Yeah, it's not even that bad. Because you can actually avoid getting hurt. gotta mimic the inputs that you see up there in the columns. And then you avoid falling into where these fuckers are. And if you do that, well, I think you have to fight them on the way back, but you can avoid one confrontation with them at least. There we go. And it's also the only way to break that wall and run into that like an idiot. But then you get the thing behind it, which is a rare ring. Yep, the rare ring, which increases the appearance of rare items, not souls, I'm pretty sure. I can get a cheap hit on that guy to start with. That's a good start, actually. Come on, get over here. I don't want to fight you legit. Fine, I'll do this. How'd you like that? Doesn't feel so nice when somebody else does it. Okay, and also mental note, be very aggressive, do not let them live or they will wreck you. There we go. See, I survived that one on the first try. It's not complete fucking torture like that one is, am I right? I will try one more time. If I die again, I'll just skip and come back for it later when I have more health or when I have the soul that makes you unpetrifiable. I don't know. Might be the yellow Medusa head soul, actually. I don't know. Well, I will definitely have it at some point. That's not much I know. And I don't remember do the magical tickets exist in this game, because I might use that as my cheap way out, where I can just get to the far end of this, and then after I get stuff, just bail out of there with the magic tickets. Fuck. See, I would contend that for some of these Medusa heads appear with such suddenness that it's not possible for ordinary human reflexes to see them coming. I would contend that that is the case on occasion. Oh fuck. Ah, damn it. I was gonna try to just run by her, but okay. Yep, I don't think I'm gonna make it. So I think I've decided if I'm gonna get this done at all, I'm just gonna have to use like a magic ticket. I think that red woman is gonna chase me. Yep, she did. The enemies do not forget. Oh. Alright. You know, when I try to just run by, well, even if I don't try to just run by everything, this kind of reminds me of the... It's one of those times when I'm reminded of the AVGN video about Silver Surfer for NES, and when he looks at the parts of the screen that are places where it is not safe, and it's just a bunch of red lines covering almost the entirety of the screen, and there's like very, very tiny spaces where you can even go to not be in danger of that. Oh well. Where Tiger has the Tiger uppercut. I wonder if that's a reference. Pretty sure Street Fighter is Capcom though, this is Konami. Oh well. Come on. See, what I'm gonna do now is go back to the warp room and go back to the entrance of the castle to see if my theory is correct. It might be potentially easier to just look it up on the wiki or whatever, but here we go. Get that Crusader soul, so you see it pays off. Pays off to be diligent and actually try to find these things out for yourself. Alright. I think like in Symphony, I think it was, the way you cycle between the warp points on the map is like clockwise or counterclockwise. Kind of flayed out like that. Hey, he's sitting down now. That woman back there, is she okay? Well, she got stabbed. She's been wounded pretty badly, excuse me. Medicine he has won't help much, hope she'll be alright. No way I say that because she's my type, oh boy. And funnily enough, this does get followed up on eventually. Well, got a business to run. So what do you have? Oh man, he doesn't have it, does he? It doesn't exist in this game, does he? So I can't cheap it out like I thought I could. Yeah, but I don't think I want to buy anything else until I have enough money to get them. I don't know, I might get the Escalon actually eventually, but who knows. I don't really want to spend too much until I have enough money to get the Soul Eater ring, but that's kind of a long way off, because I'm definitely gonna have to grind for that, so let's just get back into the thick of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that room with the death, with all the death in it, until later. I'm definitely gonna get it before I'm done with stuff, but just not now, you know. Like the bare thing that I would like to get before attempting it again at this point is the soul or the equipment or whatever it is that makes you immune to petrification. That I say I'm pretty sure that exists, but not like 100% sure. Oh, I got an item drop. Konitsuna. Said to have killed a demon. How does it look like? It's not how I thought I would swing that sword. But okay. Alright. Hello. Hey, you can actually stagger the word tiger if it's dashing towards you, or if you hit it at all, I guess. Oh, there's something about meat here. Kind of wondering, do I want to bother trying to check that out? I guess I will. Hang on. I think it's a dead end too, but I think there's good stuff in there, so let's go explore that before we fight the boss, because that's pretty much all that's left to do down here. Oh, can we not explore? No, we can't explore it yet. Okay, never mind. But I think we will after we beat the boss. That's actually the main reason why we want to come down here, and we have to. For plot reasons, because we get a new ability that lets us explore a lot more thoroughly. So, who is the boss? Well, how would you like to fly? Because right here we get a bunch of bats. And it's our very old friend, the giant bat. And then this happens. So yeah, this is Balor. I think he's a giant from like Norse mythology, and as you can see he has one very specific weak point, and he hits like a truck. So you gotta be careful of that, but thankfully his attacks are really predictable too, so I'm not too worried about. I wasn't too worried about this fight. Balor is like the epitome of pattern recognition bosses. Ow. Ow. Yeah, I was a bit too optimistic, expecting to not get hit there, I think. Oh, well, you know I died. So I'm getting a bit too greedy here. Something tells me though that Balor is gonna take me less attempts than that other room did, and I'm actually gonna be able to, you know, beat him in the end. Unlike that other room. So how long have I? Okay. I can think of pretty much only a few things that I would like to do. A few more things I would like to do before I'm done with. Well, before I'm done with stream, not that I'm thinking it'll be done very soon, but one of the main things I would like to do is fill out as much of the map as possible. Because I want to do some grinding for... Well, actually, I guess it's not important, because I think the soul grinding I am going to do on stream, opposed to, like, the experience grinding I said I was going to do off stream, and I ended up not doing it. Okay, oh, fuck. See, this is a little bit difficult, as you see. Not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Predictable as it may be, because you gotta be in very vulnerable places to be able to hit him. And then that happens. And then you get sent to the edge of the room, and I don't even know how I'm gonna get back over to the center now. Okay, wait until that happens, and then try to slide under and still don't make it unscathed. Okay. Now it's kind of a problem when that happens, as you might see. I don't know if his hands move at like the same speed, or one of them moves slightly faster than the other. Oh boy. Okay, we made it to the second phase. I bet you weren't expecting this. I think, you know, ironically enough, it's actually easier because this is all he does with his bad eye. And, you know, I'm gonna definitely die even if I have a little more health if I get hit one more time. But, there we go. But since that's all he does, it's not as bad as the first phase, I don't think. It took me 2 attempts, see. And for our trouble, let's see. Our health is above 700 now, and we get a soul. It's a soul of the giant bat that he killed before the fight. It was conveniently stored in this container in the next room over, I guess. So now that we've gotten that, let's see what we got here. It's this guy. J. He looks pale. But just now all of his memories came floating back. What? It seems that your dark power triggered the return of my memories, just like I guessed. I have quite an extensive history with Dracula. That's because my real name is Julius Belmont, a descendant of the clan that has fought against Dracula for ages. And the person who destroyed Dracula in 1999 was him. There were others who assisted him. So if Dracula survived again, as is written in the prophecy, then he must destroy him. He met a man named Graham, that missionary. When he saw my face, he turned and ran, so I guess Graham knew of him already, even though he was born, or... Yeah, Graham was born when Dracula died, so he definitely couldn't have heard of him before that. And apparently Julius lost his memory after he killed Dracula, so... It kind of makes it a mystery of how Graham found out who he was, or if he just innately knew, I don't know. Told me that he was Dracula, did sense Dracula's powers at work within him, but it's difficult to believe that he's Dracula. Rather, it's nothing more than a hunch. Assuming he is Dracula, I won't be able to kill him yet. He needs his weapon. A whip handed down to me, cold vampire killer. In 1999, sealed it in this castle to weaken his spirit and magical powers. I guess that's how that works. Well, I mean, as you might recall from the ending of Lament of Innocence, the whip was a girl all along, so the whip has a will of its own, I guess, that gets expressed in very abstract ways. So it's in this castle somewhere, and he knows exactly where it is. So he goes to get it now. Pray that his hunch proves to be wrong. What could that mean? That doesn't sound like it bodes very well, but look at the shiny new giant bat soul. It gives us the ability to transform into a bat and fly. So we can reach new places now, and actually let me go save, because I'm thinking, well, this is what it looks like. Take a long look, because we're gonna be looking at this. And I think we can fit in small spaces now that we couldn't fit before, because we're become tiny. So it's a bit like Alucard's platform, I think. Taking a close look at it, it looks quite a bit like that, but it's not as dynamic, of course, because the GBA's technical capabilities aren't quite at PS1 levels, but general graphic, I think, definitely takes after that. So guess what I'm gonna try to use it for here. Bye. That didn't work. Bye, nerds. I don't want to talk to you. Oh shit, I forgot about that. I'm gonna take 2 bits of damage here. Maybe if I'm gonna die now, but if I try that again without the... Ow. You know, without getting hit by that falling thing twice, and maybe I can make it. So I'll try it one more time, or I'll keep trying it until I get that right at least. you know, knowing me, it's not guaranteed to work the first time. But if in spite of that I still can't make it, then I'll just, you know, do what I said I was gonna do and give up for now. I'm really bummed that magical tickets don't exist in this, because it would have been such a great idea if they did exist. Just like, let me get that and bye, fuckers. See you next Tuesday. Oh god, what the fuck's going on here? Why couldn't I slide through there? Or is this shenanigans? Oh, gotta fight now, I guess. Oh, I just realized why, because I need to switch the lever thing or else it's too strong. Never even realized that before. Oh, for fuck's. Alright, well, I'm definitely gonna die now, yeah. Because I didn't manage to even make it this far. Without triggering or without taking massive damage. Oh. Well, it is... okay, so... It's got the Medusa head soul, which makes me even more... You know what? Fuck it. Fuck. I said... why did I take twice as much damage again? I don't understand why that happens, like, sometimes. But sometimes it just doesn't. Most of the time it just doesn't. It's supposed to be 130 something, but then suddenly it's almost 300. Okay. Bye. Fuck. It happened again. They all started to crowd together and appear just as I was trying to escape. Okay, I made it. Jesus Christ. Okay, and then I get killed by this guy. Wouldn't that have been great? Okay, yeah, save the game. I never want to talk about that room again. Pretty sure, you know, from what I do remember of my previous playthroughs of this, even on normal mode, that's not even any better. Alright, so let's actually check out what's up here now that I can. Because I have the bat transformation, which means I can jump high enough to make it up here to the bathing area where the succubus and the Lilith appear. And get the black cloak. There's actually a comic I remember that somebody made about this, where it's like, what demons are here? Oh. And then Soma gets naked and gets in the pool with them with a rubber duck that you can actually see in the background in the game. Just like playing with a rubber duck, and the two are just like, what the fuck's going on? I think that's also a bit of a reference to a room that looked like that in Symphony, where there wasn't... I think there were any enemies like the Succubus and the Lilith in this game in Symphony, but there was like one of those Gravekeeper guys that does the Kung Fu stuff. Oh boy, there's a fire sword over there. Pretty sure that's one of the main reasons I want to come over here. Oh, did I just see something move? Was that like the second variation of the lion enemy? It's called Bile instead of Boar, and I think it can like jump and bounce, as you might have just seen. But since we have the giant holy sword, it's not really that much more of a challenge for us at this point. Okay, so there's only one exit from this room, I take it. There's not any secret breakable shit here, according to the map. There's not, but I should mark the stuff I found on the map. I got Balmung, I got the silver gun. I should probably try it, because there's 2 guns you can find in this game. And I'm pretty sure the silver gun can only be found on hard mode playthrough, so let me... I don't think the guns are that great, but... you can use a gun in Castlevania, isn't that incredible? But the silver gun is definitely better than the other gun you can find, and... well, it has like shit range apparently. There we go. Don't even have to get close to your enemies anymore. You can. It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Homer uses the gun to shoot everything in his house, like turn on the TV and everything. But now We use it to shoot out the candles that we should be whipping ordinarily. Hey. Lizard man. Can shoot this giant jaundiced skeleton over here. I don't understand why the gun has such shit range though. There we go. It's kind of strange, like we found, oh right, we found a route and that was what was at the end, but let me go ahead and switch back to the sword, because it's just objectively better. But there is one other path that we need to follow, that we need to follow to actually find the fire sword that we saw before. Oh. Oh, right, because, okay, I think I see where we need to go. Let me check the map that we have over here. Yes, we need to explore different parts of the path. Let me just mark off the stuff that I did get right now. This, and then we need to double back to where the warp room is, that general area. I got a new soul. Oh, that lion wheel was trying to rush us there, I think, but didn't quite manage. Well, I'm quite glad I won't have to come back here just for that room at least, even though I still think I should have been able to do it without using a potion, but whatever. Let's see, let me try to be a little bit more daring here in this room, and if I don't kill this guy in 2 hits, actually dive in after him and get killed, almost, or not killed, but hurt because of that. I could have avoided that, but I was too hasty. Alright, now we go up here, the path that we ignored previously. Oh, here's a different elevator. This might be the elevator from Symphony, actually. It's like all broken down and stuff. It might be what it's supposed to be. Alright, I think we go this way first. There's just a little room here, yeah, with nothing in it but another high potion. Alright, I thought there might be like an enemy that pops up or something. And now we go this way. I think the first of these guys that I'm gonna be grinding later in the game, because they have one of the most insanely overpowered souls, is the Red Minotaur. And we can find a lot more of them in the area that I think we're gonna do right after this one, because I don't think there's anything else left to do besides like one other area. Not counting the one that's left, but I think after this we're gonna go to the top floor, which is where the throne is, so pretty much the penultimate location in the game. Got the Leviathan, okay, I think that's supposed to be Leviathan, but it's an enchanted sword of fire. Fortunately oh yeah, you know what, I just remembered, we're gonna have to stop by the clock tower before that, because there's one more weapon I want to get that I'm kind of very curious to try out, because it's supposed to be the one weapon in this whole game that's stronger than the one I'm using now. And I've never actually used it, because I never actually bothered to play on hard. Even on New Game Plus, I probably should have. At some point. Alright, I just gotta, oh god. Where am I going? I could just warp out of here, I guess. I think where's the top floor? Well, I see the clock tower. It's obviously the kind of, if you look at the top parts of the castle that are actually connected to the castle, Has like 4 main sections. It's the third one from the left. And I think the top floor is directly to the left of that. It's actually not that big of an area. And the inner quarters is before that. Yeah, we also have to stop at the inner quarters for something, but let's go to the clock tower first. Let me see. Okay. Should I just go there directly? Because I feel it might be a better idea to... You know what, let me be daring. And potentially foolish. I feel it might be a better idea to like stop by a save room first or something, but... Who needs them? After all, I haven't died at all in this game, as you can see on the top left of the stream there. Okay. Valkyries don't die in one hit. They used to before, so... At least I can count on that. But Harpies, alright, they also die in one hit now. That's definitely something I like to see. Okay. Oh man, the save room I was looking at is actually further away than I suspected. Alright, get Skula, then get the Headhunter again. Actually gonna have to float up here. Please. Oh shit. I wonder if there's like... Oh shit. Okay. More than one variation of this karma in this game, I don't remember, to be quite honest. Alright. Well, while I'm here, I might as well try out the other thing I was wanted to try out, which is the Mimic Soul. Increases money as damages, so I have 9846 gold right now. If I take 142 damage... My gold goes up to 10,556. Let me break out the calculator real quick. No, not LibreOffice. There we go. Hello, Windows. Make it the fancy calculator, right? Oh boy, I was muted. I actually don't know how long I was muted for. But at least I got unmuted just in time to get this. That's sickle. Apparently the one weapon in the game that's better than the Claim Solace, if the legends are true. Where is it? There it is. Well, apparently Claim Solace also gives you improvement in, like, hello, in a bunch of other areas, but other than just damage. But apparently that sickle also raises your luck by quite a few points. Okay then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this now. You know, this looks more like a scythe than a sickle, to be quite frank with you. I think it has dark element though, instead of holy element, so I guess I was right in my assumption that it's probably gonna be really useful in the Julius fights. It doesn't quite have the same range though. But anyway, we can go now. Also, I was talking about how apparently, right, there's a mod either that we didn't get before because I wasn't nearly as OP as I have now become. Oh. And this would have happened probably, but now I can kind of cheat my way out of it by doing this. I don't know. Does it cancel like the Claim Solace does? Because if not, then that's kind of a problem too. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I think I might actually favor the Claim Solace still. It's not quite as powerful, but it does have a better element and gives you a bunch of other bonuses as well. Also, before I interrupted myself, I was talking about how apparently the casual clothes that you get in the game, which are, you know, described that way if you look at them in the menu. It's this kind of weird white mink coat that Sama wears all the time. Apparently those are casual clothes. I have no idea what it's actually supposed to be, but it looks like a mink coat to me. I think I'm gonna go try to... I don't know, should I go conquer the top floor, or should I, like, try and get more items and fill out more of the map that I have not bothered to before? I'm kinda conflicted about that now. Because I see a part like that right here, but... Well, it doesn't look like it's very far, so I guess I'll try it. I guess I will try to fill that out before I do anything else. Damn it. There. So it's fall down here and then go left, okay. And there's like a demon here too, yeah, devil. Devil, more like dead. Oh. You know, at least I'm getting levels, not that I... like I said... Oh yeah. I like having this soul now. It's very gratifying. It's the bird gang, okay. Is there supposed to be a... Yeah, there is apparently. There's supposed to be an empty... rectangular area right under this room. That's about the length of this room, so... fuck. There. Marvel at my amazing platforming skills, alright. So yeah, I guess I'm pretty much done here for now. So I just go back to the warp room, and where do I go from there? I guess I could go to a chapel. That's not really very far. I should also go to the inner quarters, because there's a part there that I need to... or there's an item there that I should grab. Before anything more happens, because I want to have all those items ready by the time I conquer the top floor. You already got one of them. It's a set of 3. And I guess you technically don't need to get them if you already know what they mean, but they help. You know, the game assumes that you're gonna get them every time because they put them in hidden places that you need to explore to find. So, okay, the Salem's right, not Salem, Warp Room is right here. So off we go to the inner quarters, I guess. Actually, a little bit confused as to what the kind of grayed out area. The grayed out area that's under where I'm standing right now is. Oh shit! I turned myself into a bat. I didn't actually mean to do that for once. I like how you just run by the mirrors and the guys in the mirrors don't actually attack you. Just like, oh no, what did I miss? Missing one bomb I carry around. Well, you say that, Lizard, but if they throw the bomb, then they kind of pull another one out of their body, and they can just do that forever. I don't know how that works. I think that's pretty much how all the variations of the Bomb Knight, which I can think of 2. The one in this game and the one in Symphony. I think they both do that. Don't know if there were Bomb Knights in any of the classic style Castlevanias. Alright, so that's what's... what about stuff down here? What hidden wonders? Oh wait, when I find a hole in the floor that I'm there just looking for. Oh, it's another area. It's probably a shortcut. Is it the castle entrance? It is, okay. That reminds me, I should probably mark some of the stuff that I got on the map. So that I don't forget that I got it. Alright, I got the pudding, I forgot about that. I'm going to presume I get all this stuff that's like mana recovery items because I have already been to the parts of the map that they're supposed to be in. I got the fire sword, that much I know. I got the potion, and apparently there's an ice sword that I missed. Not about where I am right now. Inner quarters. There's a biker jacket that I missed somewhere. It looks like it. Gonna have to go back through now. Okay, apparently I missed an item down here. Oh, oops. Might as well get it now. Rapier, I don't know. How about... No, never mind. There was an item here, but I guess I got it. But there is one item that's farther down this route up here that I'm pretty sure I never did get. And I did make a note to, you know, come back and get it, so... Might as well go do that now. There it is. Now that we have this, we can get it. Armor of Fire. And now we head back. Just let me mark that. And so I have. I'm going to assume that I got this too. Oops. And back into the inner quarters we go, because we need to take care of some shenanigans there. I still don't understand one thing about the castle, and that's the clock tower, that's fine, but the thing that's on top of the... That's on top of the entrance, which is, I think it's the dance hall. It has like this basement-looking area, but it's apparently higher up than the ground level. So I don't know why they bothered to make it like that. Oh, he just ran off. And then you get floating garden in the middle, even though it should be like surrounded by walls and stuff in every direction. It's apparently outdoors. Well, those are the main areas that I'm confused about why they are laid out like that. It's actually not like that for most of them. Oh. Alright, so if we keep going to the left here, we find the save room and... oh. And forget that there was a witch there. And... at least we made it, yeah. You know, I haven't played that much of Terraria, but I know that that game has weapons that kind of swing like this. Actually, they're kind of a rarity. I got this massive sickle that looks like this, and then I got some straight swords which don't actually swing like that, like the short sword, for example. It's got this kind of animation, it's just horizontal. Kind of like how most of the swords worked in Symphony. But for example, I'm pretty sure like the hammers and stuff. Pretty sure. Shit. Pretty sure I've seen stuff that looks exactly like this. For example, where's the Warhammer that I got? Like this thing. Pretty sure I've seen some stuff that looks exactly like this in Terraria. But anyway. And the final boss sort of thing that can no longer be done to be patched out. Oh boy. Here's the rabbit that... alright, we have the ability soul, I forgot. Let me turn that off since I think you can do that. You might recall, yeah, if you go into this room you got the rabbit with the stopwatch that sends you out of the room, but if you have the Galamoth soul, that doesn't happen, and you can murder the rabbit instead. If you time it right, it's the Chrono Mage apparently. And then we make it into this area, which has like a blue paint with clouds in the background for some reason. Not quite sure what the aesthetic they had in mind here was. I mean, it's not like there aren't windows around. There's a window right there. You can see the background through it. Actually a pretty neat effect now I actually focus on it. I don't think I quite had before. You know, it's kind of simple, but the way they kind of have different planes of the background and the foreground scrolling at different speeds does help with the depth perception or illusion of depth, I guess. And then you have stuff like this, and I don't know what the deal is with that background, but we got the Ancient Book 2. The second of 3 Ancient Books. I'm trying to remember. I think I know where the last one is. We're gonna have to go back to the underground. For that, but they're basically clues for something that you need to do at the end. And I'm going to pretend that I don't already know what that is, so I won't actually look at them until they become relevant. Also, I'm eventually gonna have to grind this guy for his soul, and this, as you might imagine, the only place in the game he shows up, so I'm just gonna have to be doing this for a while, but not quite yet. Right now I guess I'm gonna go hunt the last book in the underground, since I'm pretty sure most of that area is still, like, unmapped. Since I was running away from everything because I didn't have my super giant sword yet. That's really all that was needed. I don't even know if I have the witch soul yet. Okay, I have to go up and then kind of go around. To get back to the warp room. Oh. Okay, the Nemesis doesn't die in one hit. Thought it might. Here I go left, okay. And then that's it. The end of this room lies. Let me kill the guy in the mirror. I guess why not? If only to confirm. Oh, I was pretty hasty that time. Well, he does die in one hit. And now we go back to here, I think. I guess that's right in the middle of the underground, actually. I forgot that the area that's to the right of that is actually the forbidden area. That's... Oh. That we don't really have to go to anymore because we get everything in there, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Let me mark after I got this. Oh man, I've missed a couple of things, damn it. I'm gonna have to go back there eventually, but... I got this too, and it's like the poison sword at the top. I got this forever ago, actually. That's the top floor, we're not going there yet. I need to get this stuff, because I forgot to get it. And I need to get whatever this is, because I also forgot to get it. How do you get that? You enter from... under... apparently that's near the entrance. No, that's a dance hall, okay. There's a bunch of stuff behind, like... hidden brick hole walls that I've just... failed to obtain so far, but let me see. I believe that I should be able to get a bunch more stuff if I can, like, go up and right from here. But first I need to get whatever's at the end of this room. Well, I say whatever's at the end of this room, but I'm pretty sure I already know what it is. Also, here's the man-eater. Just like these big fleshy worms that inhabit a skull. That I think I mentioned this the first stream I did on this, but I think it's supposed to be the same kind of enemy that's one of the bosses in Castlevania 4, where it's like this giant skull with like these fleshy appendages coming out of it that kind of look like a long tongue. Apparently it's also supposed to be kind of a parasitic worm creature like that one is. Oh, okay. So I'm glad I can kill the dryads better now. And here's the room with the waterfall, which, now that I have the bat form, I can actually go up it and find more stuff. Maybe, okay, I almost didn't make it, I think. There we go. Probably gonna have to grow. Oh god, it's a flesh golem. Speaking of that, I was speaking of that, but I spoke of him a while ago. It wasn't actually that recently. But oh, thank goodness for my giant sword, because that ended up giving us no problem at all. No trouble at all, even. Okay, time to grind more magic so that I can actually make it to the top of the room. Because apparently just traveling that far is enough to completely drain my magic meter while using the bat form. Alright, now go up here and kind of jumping selectively. Okay, let's see what's over here first. It's a spear. It's Longinus' spear, even though I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Longinus' spear. You know, Longinus being the guy who I think pierced the side of Jesus when he was on the cross. And here's the... oh boy, that guy's making some noise. Okay. Apparently he was a real stand-up guy, because I think he's considered a saint now. Which I would think would be kind of ironic, but... I don't know how church stuff works. Apparently if Jesus sneezed in your general direction, then you're guaranteed to become a saint eventually. That's my understanding. So let's see, gotta go around, I guess. Gotta get back up to that big room that's a couple of rooms above me. Shit, left? No, that's where the warp room is. Oh, shit. Ow. Wow, default. I think you might get like a global ban from Twitch if you keep doing that. Keep seeing people complaining about that. Or Twitch chat at least. Complaining about that every so often. It's like, hey, I spammed one message too much, now I can't chat, what the fuck. Alright. Yeah, just keep going this way. Ow. Strangely enough, I'm pretty sure. Oh god, I'm pretty sure hitting the golem in the face doesn't actually do more damage or anything. I don't think any of the enemies in this game like take more or less damage depending on where you hit them. Actually, I don't know. Oh. Okay. Now what? What do we do? Go up and then left. Up and then right, I mean. I don't know why I said up and then left. Ah. No damage. That was perfectly calculated. Oh boy. Sure hope I can get up to the right part of the room this way. Oh god. So the lowercase y face with the font I have for the on-screen chat thing looks really weird. Okay, the Nightmare Stein one. Well, I guess it makes sense since they're like Dark Element or whatever. Oh yeah, I did this previously, but I died. Let's try doing it again. I could just use the Bat Soul to like bypass this. But let's pretend that's not an option and just do it the way the game intends us to. Alright. There's 100 coin, a coin of 100 in that candle. There we go. And this is the same room. No, it isn't. What? Oh no, the room I was in before was the room above the waterfall. Right. Gonna have to get to the bottom of that room now. I'll do it later. First I need to kill this fucker. It's just all up in my face. And then try and figure out what's up here. I think it's something I want. It possibly have been the thing I came for. It's the Ancient Book 3, the final of the Ancient Books of Wisdom that will surely lead to our victory. Oh. Alright. Of course we're not gonna read any of the Books of Wisdom yet, because we're gonna wallow in our ignorance for now. Turtle and his fish that act as his feet, apparently. Wouldn't it be funny if you were able to command a bunch of small animals to serve as your feet? Okay, now I have 2 souls that recover HP. What does the rune ring do? Increases the rate at which MP is restored. So I have the Alroan soul, which apparently increases HP. I think it increases it at a slower rate than the worm soul does, though, from what I remember. I think it's like with the Alroan soul, it restores regardless of whether you're moving or not, but it's like only 1 at a time, and I think with the worm it only restores if you're motionless, but it's like 5 at a time. Alright. Is there seriously not? No, there is. Like, there can't not be anything here. It's the Wasafune, whatever that is. Now let me see. Is that the only hidden wall here? Yes, it is. Okay, so I got this, and I got this. I got the gun, too. I got this spear, and I got whatever this was. It was like a super potion. I haven't filled out the... You know, you kind of notice too how this part kind of looks like a... This part of the map kind of looks like a man with... A very blocky man with all the limbs, like a really long head and then... Short hand on one side and a long arm on the other, and I'm about to go into the left leg here. That's down here. I always thought that was kind of funny. The left leg that bends in a weird way, apparently. And so we get the super potion that's there. Did I miss anything? I assume I did not. Oh no, I almost didn't get this, but... I'm gonna have to go all the way around now to make my way back. Or at least I'm pretty much done with this place now. I was actually wondering about the... if I was gonna have to come back to this area to grind any souls, but... It increasingly looks like no. Just getting lucky on those. Well, I'm gonna have to grind the Mandragora soul, I think. It's probably something that I have to do specifically. Not beyond that. I mean, it's not like this is the only place where you can grind that, but I think it's the most convenient one. Beyond that, I don't think there's anywhere or any reason for me to go into the area that I just went out of, at any rate. So let me go ahead and check the map. Let me mark off all the stuff that I'm getting. I'm pretty sure I got this too, yeah. Just got that, actually, okay. There was sword over in this room on the left, I forget what it was called. Well, not this room, but the one after this one. Apparently it was a sword that can turn enemies to stone sometimes. Like how I'm standing at just the optimal location for that guy to try and like kick dirt in my face, but he's not quite managing. Or to punch me either. Also, I just realized I'm probably... oh, there it is. Millikan sword. I knew it started with an M. Probably gonna be ending the stream soonish. I think I'm gonna be doing the rest of the game on Saturday, and Or Friday and Saturday, probably Friday. You know, I don't think you heard this, but I'm pretty much thinking of like expanding my streaming of the marathon to like after we do the co-op thing on the weekend, so that I have more time that I can allocate for this. Because if I don't, I'm probably never gonna be done with this. Or anything else that I stream that's not just us doing co-op. Okay, do want to get to one other thing that I missed here. Oh, I have to go to the bottom of the room again. Oh yeah, I did get the death stuff that I forgot to mark. I got that, I got that. And I got this. There's really not very many places left where I've apparently marked stuff that I haven't gotten yet. So I guess I'll get all of that stuff and then go to the first save room in the top floor and then leave it there. I say the first save room in the top floor, but apparently there's only one. So I'll get to the save room in the top floor. Alternatively, I could go to the save room in the inner quarters, which apparently has what do you call it? It's apparently very close to the entrance to the top floor. I don't know. But actually I need to decide where I'm gonna go right now, because oh yeah, I'm gonna go down to, I forgot about that. Down to get the one item that I haven't gotten in this area yet. I think it's this way to the left here. And I'm gonna get stuff in the... near the entrance. I think it's about the only other place that has stuff left to find. Where do I go here? Just go to the top left. Oh. Oh yeah, there's actually just remember that I'm gonna have to do like some sequential soul grinding at some point, because there's some enemies that you actually cannot get if you don't already have another enemy soul. Like, it's actually related to what these strange flashes of light you see in this area end up being. Okay, go to the top left. And just kind of keep going left, I guess. Yes, get to the corner of this room now. Which I guess I failed to before. Oh, there's a man-eater here. Probably had something to do with it. And beyond is this thing. It's the ice sword and the needles that I just walked into by accident. Rahab's sword. Rahab, I think, being a demon in Arabic mythology. Or was it? Well, it's mythology from that general area, I think. Egyptian, maybe. I think it's this giant fish beast thingy. Or I might be remembering that all wrong, I don't know. Anyway, I got the sword. Well, you know, one of the bosses that we meet in one of the later games well, the game after this one, as a matter of fact, kind of corroborates that theory of mine, so... there's a soul here. What is soul A? Let me see. Flying armor. I got that really early in the game, then. There's a talisman, I got that. That's in the entrance. There's a sword that I haven't gotten in the entrance, and then... some other things that are missing, but they're in the... okay, I should go to the chapel first, I guess, then I go to the entrance. And after that I go to the top floor. It's apparently the only place... those are the only places left where there's stuff to collect that I haven't gotten yet. How do I get there? Well, I could get to the entrance just by going up here, I think. Yep. Just gotta figure out exactly which parts I'm gonna be looking for. Or I'm gonna be looking at for stuff. So that's us out of the waterway. And the entrance is here, so let me check first of all if that's the waterway. No, that's not the waterway, hang on. Huh, okay, apparently there's a item down there in that room that I just got out of that I must have gotten at some point because I didn't see it then. I got this, and I got this, and there's a room very close to the actual entrance that I need to go check out, but first let me save, because I haven't done that in a while and I'm half dead. As a result of my recent aversion to save rooms. This is not even the room though, it's up here. How's that platform that I skipped? Because I was not being attentive here. I think this is it, yeah. Oh. I need to pay attention so I don't miss the guys that kind of blend in with the background colors a bit. At least back there. Okay, if I fly straight up here, which I could not do before, I can get the Vyaja. What is the Vyaja? Wrought by the lightning of Indra. It's a lightning sword, I see. Still not as good as this one though. So that's another thing we can cross off the list. And since I'm right next to the warp room here, I will go ahead and use that too. Oh yeah, that's pretty much the only thing missing from the entrance, I just realized, I think. I'm going to assume I got this already, okay. So now off to the chapel we go. There's some grayed out parts of the map that I need to go check out. Okay. I'm going to assume we already got whatever's in this room, because it's already filled out. Let me go check real quick though. I can actually do it at my leisure, now that I can, yep, I got whatever was in there. Now if I go right, I can find even more things, seemingly. And if I go back to the previous area, which I guess is the clock tower? No, it must have been part of the entrance too, oh well. Should be able to get there easily regardless. Okay, get out through here and then check out what the top part of this room looks like. I have not been up here yet, but apparently this is where the gargoyles are. I guess it's kind of a gag where, you know, it's a church area, and if you go all the way to the top, that's where the gargoyles are. And here's a hammer. It's the tall hammer. So let me mark that off my list and see what it does. Tall hammer, which is a lightning summoning hammer. Also apparently pretty good, but obviously not as good as my trusty giant sword that tells everything to die. Okay. Really good at waterproofing giant rooms. Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't know, I mean... Actually, actually don't know how that is laid out exactly, because apparently there's like a, you know how there's like a ground level of the castle and that's like the entrance and whatnot. Apparently there's also an underground, which is where the caves are with the big rooms full of water, but I'm not exactly sure how that works. If you recall that we're supposed to be like inside the castle, which is like floating inside an eclipse. So apparently there's a big giant chunk of land that was... Oh, wait a minute. That was like brought up along with the castle. And that's under it, and that's where we're actually exploring when we go to the quote-unquote underground section. Or that's somehow integrated into the actual castle structure in a different way, I don't know. Also, apparently there's you can break this wall up here. I did not remember that, but now I did, because I looked at it in the map. Okay, there's money here, that's apparently all that's here. Well, I guess you could kind of figure it out if you looked at how there's only one part of the one corner of that other big room that's not yet filled out, and there's no way into it from any other part of the big room itself. Anyway, I got the money, I got the robe, and now I need to go up to get some couple of things. And after that, seems there is one place in the study that I missed. You know what, let me go get that first, and then we'll go back, because there's a save room over that way. Or not save room, warp room, which I guess I imagine is where I will be going next. Alright, just keep going this way. And I can't believe I was here before and I just didn't remember to get this thing. Just kind of assumed that I was already completely done with the study, but apparently not. Is it this way? It is this way, okay. It's over in that door, which I could not reach without a double jump before, but it never actually bothered to come back here after I got it, and it's a hammer, it's just a normal hammer, okay. Completely worth it, well, if nothing else that's, you know, helped us fill out more of the map, which is almost completely filled out now. Well, we're missing pretty much all of the top floor, but I think once we actually get all of that, it'll be complete. You know, there is one other additional part of the map that's technically not connected to the castle itself, but we won't be dealing with that until after we're done with top floor, so... Okay, now we go all the way back to the entrance of the chapel, which has another big room with a bunch of stuff in it, or a series of those rooms, rather. This area is kind of big on that. Alright, so here's the big kind of central room, I think. It's not quite where I'm trying to get to, but I have to pass through it to get there. Oh, there we go. Now rather I am looking at the room that's above this one. And that I did go into before, but that I could have gotten everything in before. I couldn't have gotten this bamboo sword before because I didn't fly, and then there's stuff way up here in the corner that I guess I couldn't have gotten before because I couldn't jump high enough. It's a high potion and a high mind up, but they are mine now. So I will mark them as such. Got them, got them. Now there's just one, oh shit, one more thing I need to check out. I can, you know, highlight my windows correctly and not have them, like, make everything invisible. And it's gonna lead me to the entrance again, right? And, there's a Sea room up there. Sea room and possibly a warp room too, I don't know. That's kind of what I came back here with the idea that I was gonna get. And, alright, this thing. That's what I was missing. Yasutsuna. And now that I can turn into a bat, I can finally get it. So I got all of that stuff, and now I go to the dance hall for the final gathering of stuff that I'm gonna get. It's probably gonna be the last thing I do now. And to get to the dance hall, I have to go left and then up, then back right to get to the nearest warp room. I haven't even been streaming for like that long. I don't think it's like 3 hours. It hasn't even been 3 hours. But kinda had the idea that I didn't want to stream for much later than like 9 tonight, which it's past 9 now. It's kind of like 9:30, but started kinda later than I was expecting to, so it's not a big deal. Here we go. So now I go over here. Alrighty. So I'm not entirely certain if I actually missed anything in the room that's like at the top of this area, but I might as well go check, because apparently there's one thing you can get there that I did not mark, so I better safe than sorry. It's probably not gonna matter in the end. But whatever, I mean, I forget, this can't even keep track of like your item percentage, or item collection percentage. There's really DS games do, and not all of them do, but at least just the later two do. Oh shit. Okay, get up here. I'm going to assume I did get it because I don't see anything else up here, yeah. There must have been an item here that I grabbed and then I just forgot to make it out of it, because this is the highest you can go here. And this is the room, so yeah. Okay, so now all I gotta do is head right in the direction of the inner quarters, because apparently I did miss some stuff over there. And that's the only stuff that I have yet to collect that's not in the top floor, or the one other thing that I'm missing in the floating garden that I'm gonna have to go back to anyway, so it's not a big deal. Let's see, go left and down, and the direction of the top floor, not the inner quarters, so just keep going down until I pass the sea room. I'm probably gonna have to backtrack to some of these areas regardless when I'm doing the soul grinding, which is probably gonna be a big part of the third and potentially final stream I do of this game. Well, expectedly, I think, I would say. You know, something I might do when I'm off stream is like grind money. Maybe what I could do for a little while before I end it actually would be like, see if I can grind the Tsuchinoko, so that's actually in this area. I could do it before I leave. I kinda wanna get the stuff over there though, just to see what it is, because apparently I'm missing a rune in like a breakable ball part. A ring. I don't know if I said room or ring, but ring is what I mean. I think it's past this place, let me see. No, actually, it's right here. There we go. This perfectly inconspicuous wall is actually hiding something. Oh, there's another mimic, alright. I was incorrect, there are at least 3 mimics in the game. I got the Sherman ring. Does it help you travel through time with a dog? Increase experience points when walking. I think I'll pass. Alright, that's one thing. Now the only other thing I need to collect is some stuff behind breakables. Walls, that's right, near this entrance, and then I will be... Here we go. Okay, I didn't see an item back there, so I assume I already got that. But I need to get this. This high potion, and also... whoever's behind the second layer, breakable, which is the biker jacket ninja suit. Excuse me, it looks like a biker jacket to me. So how does the ninja suit help us? Loose-fitting garb of ninjas with a red bandana, alright. Not as good as Death's robe though, but apparently it is pretty good. Kinda wish I had known that was there beforehand, because I think it would have helped, but... So that's all the items that we can find before going to the top floor, which I'm not going to do yet. Instead, I'm going back to the dance hall, because that's where you grind the Tsuchinoko soul. And I'm gonna try grinding it now. Hopefully I'll be able to get it, because it'll make the off-screen thing that I'm gonna get that's gonna be so much simpler than trying to like level grind. It'll make it take less time. Because my next objective, I guess, is to get the Soul Eater ring. Which, as I might recall, is sold at the shop for like 300,000. And we only have 20,000 right now. I don't know how we got that much money, I guess from all the collectibles we've been grabbing. But we need a lot more. But we have a pretty reliable way of grinding it now that we have the Mimic Soul, so it's not really gonna be that problematic, I hope. Alright, good night, lizard. Let's see if I can at least get this done before... Oh, we got another soul. I think that... yeah, it's right here. There's another save room right over here, so let me go ahead and get my lucky gear out. It's my best luck boosting gear. Well, I can get the rare ring, which has the best kind of raw luck boosting stuff, but I don't know if that's gonna help me raise the appearance of the souls. But alright, apparently Death's robe is also a luck raiser, but I think Death's scythe is gonna be my luckiest weapon. Death's sickle, yeah. Because it actually raises luck by a lot. I don't know what about souls though. I think the Ghost Dancer soul here raises it by 4 points. I think there might be a better luck boosting soul, but that's all I have right now, so let's... oh, I need to save actually. I forgot I hadn't actually done that yet. Let's do that, and should still... you know, Death's side is in fact really strong, so I should still be able to kill everything in one hit. I don't know about this Tsuchinoko though, because it does have a lot of health. That's kind of the thing. We need to show up first. Need to get lucky and have it show up, and then we need to kill it before it disappears. There it is. 3. Okay, it takes 3 swings to kill it, so it shouldn't be too bad. There we are. I can do it reliably at least. That there we are would have been more appropriate if it had actually dropped the soul, which is what I'm trying to get it to do, but... fortunately it was not to be. I don't remember, does it actually give you like a soul rarity index or something? I guess not. It tells you if you have the soul or not, but like... pretty much all the DS games at least give you a little marker that indicates how rare the soul is for each enemy. And you know, the Bestiarian Symphony kind of indirectly did something like that. Well, it does that... oh fuck. Well, sometimes it can get away, but it does that for more items, mainly since the only 2 Castlevania games that actually have collectible souls like this are Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. There. And Symphony did it for items. it's kind of a weird thing. It's like it already has all the first item, the common item drops filled out for all the enemies, but... Oh, there we go. Allows you to buy goods at cheaper prices. We did it. So now, instead of costing like 300,000 gold, the ring that I want, for making soul gathering easier, it's gonna cost like... how much? Like 240,000, something like that. So it's still quite a lot, but it's not as much. And I'm quite happy with that, so... I should probably save in that save room down there, hang on. I sure wouldn't want some kind of freak accident to happen and then I lose that soul. There we are. So now I do work my... Actually, I'm gonna go back to the... Where am I going? I can see the entrance to the top floor now, but... Yeah, I think I'll go to the save room in the inner quarters and then... I'll actually go explore the top floor. And beyond, and grind all the souls when I do my final stream of this game, and... Which I do what I said I was gonna do. Will be on Friday, after we are done with the co-op stream of Dark Souls. I trust I'll be able to get everything done in that stream. But let's see. Right now I need to get out of here and go to... Actually no, I don't. I can just walk. I don't even need to use a warp room for what I'm thinking of right now. Oh shit, actually we could just... Like what's save room and a warp room that are very close to each other? This might be the two closest to each other in the whole game. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go warp to the entrance again just to be like safe. So I just keep heading left from here. Because they're not that close together, the save room and the warp room there, but like there's practically no obstacles of any meaning or consequence left at the entrance, so same difference. So yeah. The stream's practically over now. I'm just heading over there. It'll take a minute or so. So I don't know. Actually, let me check real quick before I go. Exactly how much cheaper the ring is gonna be. See if I go to the shop right now. Let me see what Hammer says too. It probably has like more flavor text, or not. Never mind. But if I check the price of the ring right now, it's 300,000, but if I put on the Tsuchinoko soul and talk to him again, it's going to be 240,000. There you go. We shaved off 60,000 gold off that price. I guess I'm gonna keep the thing on to be luckier. And the soul, at least. Well, at least for the short trip, I think I'll just use the Headhunter soul again in the final area, or the final couple of areas that are left to explore. Now, what I'm not sure is... What I'm kind of wondering right now is... I'm gonna be able to complete... You know what I should probably do? I should probably, like, save next to the clock tower. I just not realized. God, I'm constantly backpedaling. I'm like, the stream's already over, but no, I'm just, like, coming up with more stuff because I'm gonna do some... I probably am gonna actually do it this time, and... unlike what I said with off-screen grinding last time, I just did nothing. Gonna do some grinding where I do self-harm in the spikes outside the save room and the clock tower, and then I get a bunch of money that way with a Mimic Soul. So that's where I'm going now. What the fuck? Alright, that's not the way to the clock tower. I'm good at orienting myself, as you can see. Alright. Oh god. It's more of a roundabout thing. It's always more of a roundabout than I remember. So now I head left and then up and then right. You know, I really like how unique and melodic the music is in this game. It's like, it doesn't quite have any of the really signature Castlevania tunes that's from before this game's time, I guess, but the music it does have, it's pretty sure it's by Michiru Yamane too. She made all of the soundtracks that were left in the traditional Castlevania storyline, I'm almost entirely certain. There. And look how much money I have now. Oh well, it's gonna take a while. If you do save the game, I think every time it's gonna be prudent. What if I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can self-harm 5 times. Actually, no, this is gonna go fast. I thought that gave me less money than it did, alright. So I really need to do this for like 10 minutes or so, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do it off stream because you don't want to watch me just impale myself on spikes for 10 minutes. Or maybe you do, but if that's the case, then too bad. You ain't getting it. Gonna do that too as a precaution, even though I don't think I even did that before, but might as well, it doesn't hurt to be prudent. And alright, so we're not quite at 3 hours of stream yet, but I'm pretty much done for now because it's almost 10 and do need to get up early tomorrow, so I guess I'm gonna leave that up, why not? Something tells me that there's only one place left in the game where that death counter might might increase any kind of greater significance, and that's one of the boss fights that's coming up, but I guess we'll see how that goes, since I do have Death Scythe, which I think is also going to be a big help for that, but yeah. So I thank everybody for coming that's been sticking around, that's had the kindness to drop by, and I will see you on Friday for more Dark Souls, and also more of this after Dark Souls. I'm gonna see how well that's gonna work for me. I'm going to assume very, since that's how I used to do things for years. But yeah. I might as well put on the clock tower music as the playoff, since I like pretty much all the music in this game, but I like that one a lot. So yeah, I will see you guys later as soon as I find this, and there it is.